Hey y'all, today is the last video checking off everything else that the state wanted me to do before the inspection. The license plate bracket, the clearance lights on the front and on the back, got those wired in. The exhaust, we got that funneled out. We got a brand new dash with all new gauges. We did floor insulation and sound deadening and slapped the brackets on the seats so that they don't fly out. Everything the state wanted. I hope. We'll see how the inspection goes. My name is Andrew. This is the OK Humvee. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching another video. Today, we're doing something a little different. If you don't know, I've got 60 days to try to get a title for this Humvee. This is my 2002-ish M1123. Bought it from GovPlanet a couple years ago. Did the motor swap. I'm trying to do all this stuff. Finally time to get a title. I've had some issues, so if this is your first video, go back and watch some of the other ones. But if you've been here, thanks for hanging around, sticking through it. This is not one of the things on the government's checklist, but it is something that I'm very excited about because it's sorry, I didn't want to cut my finger. It's something I've wanted, didn't think I would get, but a buddy of mine was selling his, so it worked out. In this giant box are pieces. That makes sense. This is my new gauge cluster. This is the American Machine kit. So this looks like I don't know. I'll have to unwrap everything and then piece it together. Let's see how good a job Bobby did at packing all this. Okay, this is the side trim piece. I do know that. Oh, he also sent gauges. So he bought these MotoMeters originally for this. Apparently you have to do some finagling to get them to fit. So we're going to try to do the finagling because why not? So that's the battery voltmeter. Oil pressure. Let's see what else we got. Man, it's just like Christmas morning. Okay. Bobby, I hope you put the screws in here. Golly, there's a ton of these little pieces. So he painted his. His looks really good. So I'm just gonna leave it for now. Whenever I do my interior, I may take it apart and repaint it. Haha. Thanks, sir. Nice. Sweet. This is the back frame of the dash. Steering wheel is like right here. There's some dials here, some gauges. The switch panels go down here. Your start switch moves down here. I don't remember what those are for. I think I mean, there is a instructional video, but probably something like that. All right, let's keep going. What else we got? Oh, that's cool. This is not related to the dash. He also, he does 3D printing. So he made a little Humvee tailgate keychain with the OK Humvee on it. That's cool. I like that. Sweet. Thanks, Bobby. That's cool. It's even got the on the back. That's cool. All right. And then this is the GPS sensor for the speedometer, I'm assuming. Fuel gauge. Coolant temp. Big old speedometer. Tack. I'll have to figure out how to wire that in. That's nice that I have one. I still need to find the sensor. Because I know that motor's got to have a sensor on it for the tack. I just got to find it and tap into it. Okay. And here's the last gauge plate. So that goes right there. Sweet. Ugh. I am excited. All right, so let's just do a quick little visual assembly. Maybe. I know that wants to go in there. Oh, that's taped there so that it. Okay, because that's the cross piece. All right, so that will go there. And this goes on there. I don't know if those are size specific or not. That one's got a notch. That may be for the start. And then he's sending me the switch panels. So I wonder. It'd be cool if I could put this aux beam switch panel there. It's just a little bit too big, but anyways, I'll show you just loosely what we're working with here. Yeah, that's gonna be too big, but Anyways, new switch panel, not switch panel, new to me gauge cluster and gauges. So now, just while I'm looking at this, they recommend Speed Hut, but there's, you know, there's always someone on Facebook who's tried something and figured out a way to make it work. So the MotoMeter, I think maybe these gauges, they look a little too deep. I'm betting with some light trimming, we could make that work. As of now, I don't really see what the issue is. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. This will be a multi-day project, I'm sure. It does require pulling the steering wheel, obviously pulling out the old gauges, removing this. Yeah. Basically, you remove all that, take all your pieces off. This is a little clamp, little vice grip thing. You have to drill, I think it's 8 holes or something. And then you put all back on, pull these on with all these screws. So let's start disassembly over here. First thing I gotta do is remove the old steering wheel again. Also, I did cut the power because I'm gonna be dealing with a bunch of stuff under the dash. Didn't want to risk frying anything. Okay, steering wheel's off. I need to lower this, but my little switch is gone. So we'll lower this and then we can start taking off stuff. The reason you have to take the steering wheel off, you have to drill a couple holes here for the dash to mount to, so. And if you didn't know, there is on mine, it's not like a lever, but there's just a nut right there that you can loosen. I'll show you. That nut right there lets it go up and down on that channel. So, got that down, move it out of the way. If you're wondering why I want new gauges, there's a couple reasons. One, these are just, I did buy a new oil pressure one, but these are just bad. I can't even focus on them, they're so bad. Not to mention, when you're driving, as one does and looks down, you have to look around the steering wheel, look over here. I would just love for it to be right there. So that's what we're gonna do. Also, I think I'm gonna delete the air filter gauge. I don't know why I would need that in any case for me, so we're just gonna delete it. Let's take the gauge cluster out, the current gauge cluster out now. You may notice that these two are cracked. That one's missing, that one's cracked. So there's only 2 bolts holding in my gauge bezel. One is a rusty Phillips head right here. Oh, that one is cracked too. See, this wasn't going to last much longer anyways. It's probably a 8 or a 10. It was rounded before I did this. It's not because I'm using a crescent wrench. Before you comment about it, Will. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to start labeling all my wires. I don't think there's any need to take the gauges out of this. Just unhook it, make a note of what everything is, so that we can start using X gauges. At least that's my belief at this moment. And there you have it. There is the old gauge cluster for the Humvee. That's what it looks on the back, if you were curious. Yeah, mine's seen some things, but... Okay. That's out. Oh, man. If you're curious, I need a nicer tripod. Okay, everything is labeled. It's a little bit less tangled, but yeah, all that's labeled. Now let's test. Oh, I need to take that out. Let's test fit. Oh, I gotta take that out too. Let's take those things out. I think we test fit and mark where the holes go. I don't know. I guess I'll read the directions for this one. So the best part about having a YouTube channel when doing work like this is you can go back to previous videos, because I couldn't remember how this little manual glow plug kind of thing came off. So I was able to go back and watch. This one was on Snow Many Issues. Humvee winter test goes wrong. I didn't remember which episode it was, so I just looked on Instagram at pictures and found that there was a picture in December that still had the old switch. So I knew it had to be a video from this year. I just popped through a couple until I found what I was looking for, and I found what I was looking for. So if you're trying to decide if you should start a YouTube channel, it helps you remember things if you have trouble remembering things. If you hadn't gathered, I have trouble remembering things. Or if you ask Alyssa, I have trouble listening to things. Alright. I'm going to stick him back in there just so I don't lose that. I will need to find a place to put a new manual glow plug button, because with this new dash, start switch will go there. I might be able to put the button in one of the alright, so the main chassis should bolt on those 4 main mounting holes. All you gotta do first is just make a big mess. Okay. This just screws into the original bezel, those 4 bolt holes. Can you see what I'm doing? Uno. Hey, buddy. Hey, did you have a good nap? Bye, bud. Okay. Maybe I do need to put that bottom piece on there. Just a piece of steel. Okay. Looks pretty level. Cool. All right, chassis in. Now we got to drill some mounting holes. So there's 3 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's it. All right, so there are 8. There's 2, 4, 6, 8. I just couldn't see this one here. This is the smallest one I have that hasn't broken, so we'll just hop over and we'll get a new drill bit. Ow. Well, I did get new drill bits, and I just went ahead and installed it because it's late, and I need to get some progress going. So, dash install is pretty easy, actually. A little tedious, but the instructions are really good. Now I just got to make sure I can get... I've got to modify something to make these gauges work with that dash. So, yeah, I'll just investigate and tell you what I find out. All right, I figured out the first thing I'm gonna have to fix. So that's the, it's hard to see. That's the MotoMeter GPS speedometer. And so the first thing is right there. You can see, I'll pull it off. Watch the little red thing. That's the plug-in for the little GPS thing. So I just need to mark a hole and drill it. That's hollow back behind there. So I just need to mark a hole, drill it. I'll probably use a step-up bit just so I have plenty of wiggle room. So that is the first modification that I've noticed. And then once that's clear, we'll see if, sorry, can't see what I'm doing. We'll see if I need to carve out anything else. But we'll mark that and drill that and go from there. All right, we've got the hole drilled. Let's see. Okay, sorry, I can't focus and hold this with one hand. Okay, so that clears. Let's see. Looks like I may need to trim a spot right there for that wiring harness to go through. Both of those. All right, you can kind of see, I'll move out of the way. See where that harness, I need to just drill a hole there so it can go through. Got that going through, and then went ahead and fed those wires through. So that side clears. Take my word for it. So we'll do this side. All right, I'm gonna notch this part out and then drill a hole But while I've got this, which requires, golly, this is difficult, which requires taking this off. So while I've got that off to cut it, let's see if this side needs anything. Oh no, this side will fit fine. I think. I may just notch right there. Sorry. Yeah, I may drill a hole right there just to have space for that. Okay, I'm gonna have to put you down. I need both hands to try to mark it. Okay, decided I'm gonna just try to cut out this whole chunk so I've got plenty of room to work with and I'm not messing up any wires or anything. This is not flimsy, but I'm not really worried about it becoming flimsy. Like, I know I'm cutting out a pretty good bit, but it does bolt in 4 places around that, so I think it's gonna be just fine. Okay, while I've got that plate off too, I figured I'd go ahead and check these. So these gauges over here have a straight shot into the pre-existing cavity for the gauge cluster. This side, as you can tell, needs some modifications. So, I don't know if I can show you. We're button up right there, which looks like it's just this top part. See how much that sticks out? So I'm thinking I can just drill that part out and through, and I can just run my wires back up in here behind. Yeah. Ouch. Caught that screw right there. That feels good. Yeah, so I'll probably do that right here in both spots. I just have to make sure. Where's my other gauge? Yeah. Just gotta make sure it's within inside that. Sorry, you can't see what I'm talking about. I think I'm gonna put water over here. So it's gonna be close to the edge of that. But we'll figure out a way. And when I say we'll figure out a way for all these, I mean we'll figure out a way tomorrow, because I was gonna Dremel, but that's my last Dremel bit, so need to make a quick little Lowe's run. Maybe we'll do that in the morning because it's already 11 o'clock. But yeah, making progress. And we're back. It's a new day. As you can tell, I cut that big chunk out. Took the dash back out because now I need to cut that. Don't need to cut that hole because that's a mounting hole, so we'll cut right there to get that little section out. And over here, I've got to cut those 2 spots for these gauges. And that requires cutting right here. So this, I mean, you've already drilled holes, so just so you know, using these gauges does require cutting up some stuff, but I think it's gonna be worth it. I'm telling myself it's gonna be worth it. I already had to cut that hole. I may have to cut something here. We will just see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, those are 2 spots I'm gonna cut out. So that's what it looks like from the back. All right, got my 2 holes cut there. It's not perfect, but it's gonna be covered up. So I'm gonna put the gauges in and see if they clear. Okay, there you go. Fed the wires through, fit through. There's a bee over there or something. It's buzzing. Anyways, so that works there. So now I've got to mark it there and cut it so I can feed those guys through and have enough space. Also, I am quite quickly making a mess. All right, test fitting this center cluster. I do need to trim a little bit on this bracket, but it looks like it's gonna feed in fine. I'll show you. Hold on. I need to trim that little bit right there and that little bit right there because it rubs and you can't get this scoot all the way back. So I'm just gonna notch that right there and that right there. And yeah. Then I gotta cut those little squares out. So that's where we are as of now. Okay, both sides are notched, and now you can see it lines up flush on top for the bolt to go through, and then there's no gap. So you should, I should have been making notes of all these, but I haven't. Okay, let's cut those. I need probably drill a hole there for the tack wire to go through. So we'll do that next. Okay, cut 2 holes, cut that hole for the tack wire. So now I'm gonna test fit everything back up. There you have it. Proof that the MotoMeter racing gauges will fit with enough hacking, drilling. So now I just gotta wire them all up. I'd say it took me about 2 hours to get everything cut. I mean, I took the dash off probably 5 or 6 times just to make sure everything fit right. So if you wanna do it, great. If not, if you just want it to be plug and play, buy the expensive ones. If you don't mind drilling and cutting some things, then save you some money and get these. Now I get to wire them all in. Yay. All right. Made myself a little wiring diagram for all the MotoMeter gauges. I do think these come with great instructions. I just don't have them with me at the moment. I couldn't easily found them online. I found the Speed Hut ones. The Speed Hut ones have like the Humvee specific corresponding number, but the colors are different. So matched my colors to the signal and ground and backlight with their Humvee diagram, made my own, and these should match because I labeled everything that I unplugged. It's like temp, ground is 58E, that's backlight, 27G power, and 33A should be signal. Those should all still be taped together in the truck, in theory. And if all these match, then we'll try to turn them on and see how it goes. Made a mess. All right. All right. That's enough of this rat's nest for today. I'm going to go pick up the kids, figure out the backlight on those, and then I'll tackle the speedometer, and then, put it all back in. But we're getting closer. I know it doesn't look like it, but I think it is. This has been extremely helpful because some of the wires I labeled may not have been correct. All right. Kids are in bed. It is still very humid and muggy and miserable, but I'm determined to get this done. While I was letting the camera unfog, I did find the other cable I need, 40B, I think it was, for the other light indicator for these. So I don't know if I have power set up correctly, but I know the light is good. So I'm going to turn the power back onto the truck and see if those have fixed themselves. Hey, looky there. I don't know if my fuel gauge is right. Maybe I'm out of gas. I don't know. It didn't do the swoopy thing. I wonder if that's an indication that it doesn't have signal. I don't know. Or power. I don't know. Doesn't have something. Let's test out the color changing though. I don't know if you can see this. So apparently, I've not done this yet. You take this white wire and touch it to ground to change the color. Green, blue, red, white, yellow-ish, light blue, purple, green. Yeah, the honestly the yellow doesn't show great on camera. Like the green may be too green. The yellow is kind of like a lime. And the white's a little too blue for me. Maybe we'll just leave those there and see if we like it like that. Now I do have to make sure that these don't bounce around back here and touch the ground. So for now, I've created my own signal wire. Yes, it's nice and soldered and heat shrunk. It's not labeled, but that's okay. Run it up to the generator, run it back through here, put it on the tack. I'm pretty sure just bypassing what I have is the best option at this point, because I don't know where stuff is cut or anything. So let's create my own and we will go from there for the tachometer, for the signal from the controller box on the generator. Okay, right there across, I'll tidy all this up through there and then down into through that grommet that goes with the wiring harness, which comes out. That's how I had to poke it through. Comes out down here on the footwell with all the other wires. So feed up under the dash, get her plugged in and bolt it all up. Okay, you may remember I took this old turn signal flasher out, put in a new one to see if that was the issue. It wasn't, but the old one did look like this. So on Facebook, sent a part number for this. So I got this from Cash Car, and it's actually, I don't know if I can show. It's actual Truck Light brand, which did not say that in the listing. That's the part number. So this is how humid it is. It's already condensating just from walking outside with it. So take the first new one out, put the second new one in, and see if that gets us turn signals. I'm not gonna show the process because you know where it is. It's in there, right up in there. So I'm gonna take it out and then I'll test it. And if it works, I will show you. And if not, I will delete all this footage and be very sad. All right, here's all three of them side by side. That's what was in it originally. This is the one I got that did not work. And that's the second one I'm gonna try. Although it's interesting that it's such a different configuration. Very different heat sink. But all right, let's try it. Okay. New box is up there. I know it's dark. It's up there. I just went ahead and bolted it in because I have that much faith that the internet has not led me astray. And I'm stalling. Okay. I'm not gonna stall anymore. Those gauges are sick. Okay. Oh. No way. Ha! Is it back here too? Let's go. We have turn signals. Man, that makes me very excited. All right, let's test the other side, I guess. Also, I didn't know that that blinks. That's cool. That blinks. Yes. Yes. It's blinking, just take my word for it. And then go back around her. That was my shoe, I promise. We've got blinkers. Heck yeah. All right. No flashers. I think my switch just is, because it doesn't feel like it's trying to engage with anything. I think eventually I'll replace that, but okay. Turn signals, I'm happy with. All right, one thing down before the end of the week. It's everything I have to do before the inspection. All right, believe it or not, I still have yet to open this that I bought a while ago. It's this kind of universal 3-inch kit. I'm gonna see if I can cobble together some exhaust just for the drive to the inspection. Right now it drops under my seat, so I'd like to remedy that if possible. Okay, here's the kit. Of course, it's all still taped together, but, well, I guess I'll open it to show you. Okay. You know, the twin turbos go here. Just kidding. They are, you know, fluted so that you can mate them together. 2 big long straight pieces. That goes back under there. So if I can piece it together, and even if it's just poorly welded together and held in place by bubble gum and zip ties, at least it would be better than what I've got now. So obviously I'm not gonna weld any of this tonight, but if I can look at the parts, make a plan, draw it up, cut it tomorrow, well, cut it some other time when the kids aren't sleeping, and then weld it. So TBD. All right, here's my plan. So imagine the rear wheel well. This is gonna come up, right over there. It's gonna come 90 up, probably some straight pipe, 90 across. That's this 90. We'll take some of this, straighten this out, and then behind the wheel, imagine your tail light assemblies somewhere in here, not too close. It's gonna come down and out behind the rear tire. I'll cut that probably, but that should get me temporarily. So I just need to cut, measure, kind of hold it up there, and then tack it, eyeball it, make it fit. That's what I'll do. But again, can't do that tonight, but at least have a plan. Also, this is a nice kit. Like, it fits together really tight. It's all oiled, so it's not been sitting in a box rusting, so that's nice. All right, it's another one of my favorite times. Opening packages of parts. Now, this is a very special one. This is from my buddy Bobby. He's the one who sold me the dash. This is one of his original designs. This is a license plate bracket. And there's a bunch out there in the market. They're all different. I like this design the best of the ones I've seen. I actually had another brand back there. It just felt super flimsy. Wasn't really a fan of the way it mounted, and so Bobby sent me a picture of his design. So yeah, I'll take one of those. So this, you know, as part of the inspection, I have to have a license plate holder, even though they won't give me a plate yet. But that's neither here nor there. So a very special unboxing brought to you by Bobby. And if you like this, let me know, because he'll probably start selling them. And he told me it would be very well packaged. And he was not lying. Wow, even personalized. Thank you, Andrew. This is kind of like when you get like a thing of brisket out of the smoker, you know. Wow, this is nicer than most Christmas presents are wrapped. Definitely nicer than I wrap. Also, Bobby, there's no way you wrapped this. I would assume your wife wrapped it. So thank you. I appreciate it. Shout out to all the wives out there keeping us afloat. Wow, looky there. Hurricane Humvee sticker. Dang, son. Yeah, great job. I applaud you. All right, let's see. We've got a piece there. Hardware. Even the taping is symmetrical. Dang. That is nice. That is sturdy. It's already threaded. It's got a... Ooh. I also have to have that. He was telling me a little bit about trying to figure out the right angle for this so that this specific light actually casts a shadow down. So he designed, you know, this piece, the angle, the plate, and got it cut and powder coated for me. I don't know. You may have powder coated this in your homemade oven in the garage. I don't know. But it looks fantastic. So this will work with the airlift bumpers with existing holes. Let's see. Beautiful. And then the hardware. So I need to see if I've got a plate that I can put on here just for the time being, just because I really want to go ahead and put it on. I don't know, will it be more noticeable to the cops if I'm driving around without a plate, or if I have like a Ducks Unlimited plate there? I don't know. Oh, you know what? I do have, let's see if I can find it. I got this, man, a long time ago, just for pictures. I forgot I had it until right now. I got like a fake vanity plate, not street legal. Definitely want you to know that, but yeah, that'd be cool for pictures to put on there. Probably shouldn't drive on the road with it like that, but it'd be cool for pictures. All right, let me get this thing installed and I'll show you how it looks, which, I mean, it's gonna look great. Thanks, Bobby. Let's go. All right, moment of truth. Do we have a license plate light? Oh yeah, dude, that is perfect. That is perfect. Look at that spread there, nice and even. You can see it. Tell you what, That is a pretty legit setup. Took power for the light, ran some cable cover just because I had it. Power went to number 21, cable 21 on the tail lights, and then I wasn't getting a good ground because of all the paint on the bumper, so I just ran a ground wire. There's a bolt back here that stuff is grounded to already. So yeah, Bobby, fantastic job with this bracket design. Really happy with it. I think it looks factory. Doesn't stick up, doesn't stick out. Very happy with it. So if you need a license plate mount, so get you one of these. They're legit. They're solid build quality. I mean, look how thick that is. Everything's thought out. You're getting more for your money. So get you one of these. Also, for legal reasons, this is a decorative plate. Please don't sue me or anything like that. Okay, thanks. License plate bracket. Because I don't technically have a plate yet. I guess 21A is also on the headlight switch. Because that's what I was going to use for the front clearance lights. So that makes sense if that's just light power. So, tap in there on the front. Let's keep going. Even though I'm so sweaty. You don't care, I know. Woe is me. All right, next, I'm gonna try to cut a floor mat for in here, just to help dampen some of that. Got some horse stall mat. It's 3/4 inch thick, so I'm gonna have to see if I can cut it. If I can cut it, then I will cut it in this pattern and make a big floor mat. If I can't, it won't be this intricate. It'll just be a rectangle in front for my feet. So, cool. All right, again, it's pretty crude. But it is what it is. I wanted to, since the mat is textured on the top, and I want the texture, reversing the pattern to cut it from the back. So this is roughly what I'm going with. I was trying to just do it as I went, and I started second guessing myself and getting confused. So y'all know how I am with numbers and measuring and stuff. So flipped it. I'm gonna try to draw this out and cut it with that little, with this. We're gonna try it and see. I tested in a little corner and it seemed to cut. I think I'll lay 2 boards underneath each cut just so I can press down a little bit without hitting the concrete. But that's what we're gonna try, and let you know how it goes. Okay. Got my pattern drawn out. That'll go beside. This is the wheel well. That's the cutouts for the front supports. And this I'm gonna try to wrap up into the wheel well behind the brake pedal. I know I'll have to cut out some more of that to make that work, but I figure I'll try it. So, yeah. Yeah. I mean, you gotta put that back up. And floor mats. I don't even know if I told you. Floor mats, that rubber mat. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a voiceover here of everything I had to do. All right. It is another late night. It is, in fact, the last late night before we go tomorrow to try to get the title. So one of the last things I did was poorly run that, but it's good enough for who it's for. And that would be the government. I ran it to 21A out of the light switch. So in theory, when I turn this on, those amber clearance lights will come on. And this is like the last thing on the list. So really hope this works. Yes. Thank you, Lord. Dang, those are pretty bright, actually. Okay, awesome. That is fantastic news. All right, got some fluids. Those still work. That's the rear. Okay. We're getting close. This doesn't go here. It's just resting. That's as far as I can get the exhaust for now. Been putting in a bunch of late nights, and I haven't really filmed much. One, because I'm in a hurry. I've worked till midnight. Once the kids go to bed till midnight. Most nights, the last couple weeks, just try to tie up loose ends, and it's just so much easier without shooting video. But also, it's very hot. It's very sweaty. I'm disgusting. I don't want to get all that sweat in my microphone. I don't want to touch the camera, my nasty sweaty hands, but yeah. Well, if you've made it this far, first of all, thank you. This is a longer video, and probably not as high quality as I would like for it to be, but I was just trying to get stuff done. It's a lot of late nights, and it was just easier just to push through and record on my phone as needed. As you can tell, we're still here. So, finished everything on the list, which was a pretty long list this day had, and went out for my final test drive. And, well, this is me pulling back into the driveway, coming to the realization that my transmission is in limp mode. Yeah, went out for a test drive, and it was shifting fine in the neighborhood, got on the main road, immediately limp mode. Came back, checked. I did have some transmission codes. Cleared those, went out again, same thing. And it's pretty noticeable when it goes in limp mode because it drops down to what I believe is second gear. So it's really loud. It won't go above 45. So yeah, we got the new dash in. We got the new gauges. I put exhaust on it. The license plate bracket. I wired in the front and rear clearance lights. We fixed the turn signal so I have blinkers. Did a lot and spent up all my time. So I have to go get the inspection done if I want to try to get a title through the state the way that they've asked for it to be done. So I'm going to drive this an hour north and try to keep it in third gear. I think my issue is shifting between third and fourth, or it's engine speed, like when it revs up. I don't know. I've got fluid. There's some sensors I can change and check, but I'm going to try to drive all the way in third gear and not let it go into limp mode. Yeah, that's going to be next time. So if you want to see me drive this thing and see what happens,
hopefully nothing catastrophic, then make sure to like and subscribe and turn on the bell so you can see the next video, which will be, I'm sure, a doozy. No, it's gonna be great. We're gonna make it. It's gonna be the shortest video ever. Yeah, recording a video. So yeah, so make sure to like and subscribe, turn on the little notification, because you're gonna want to see the next video. It'll be its maiden voyage as far as we make it, at 45 miles an hour. So thanks again for watching, and see you next time. Bye. All right. Okay. You think anybody's gonna steal my crap out of the back?